Hello, everybody, and welcome to Defcon Economics, Episode 1, Sharing the Love. How's everybody doing? Just making sure all my stuff is working properly, making sure we're recording just fine and just right. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys. This is the very first episode of Defcon Economics, and I want to give you guys a quick primer on the whole point of this YouTube channel because it's extremely simple. We are going to talk to people who know what they're talking about. We're going to talk to people who are precious metals dealers, real estate investors, passive income investors, experts in the stock market, and general finance. We're going to discuss topics such as the Federal Reserve, why and how you should buy precious metals and how to store them and keep them safe. We're going to discuss a lot of things. Most of it will center around finance and getting everybody, including myself, a better education on all the trickery out there from all sorts of different angles. And so I'm really excited to kind of join the fray of other YouTubers and podcasters who are getting this information out there and doing their darndest to wake people up and get people protected before things go, well, bonkers. So without too much more rambling on about what this is all about, because I feel like that was very concise, let's do this first video. So the first video we're going to talk about other people's videos. Some people say that's not how you should start off your channel, having gone and did a bit of research on podcasts. That's what some people say. But you know what? I'm not so much about getting viewers and monetizing as I am making sure the information gets spread out there. So I basically want to use my channel as a support channel to really help out others who deserve the views. So first off, this is Economic Ninja. Some of you may have heard of him. Some of you may have watched his videos on crypto or the shortages or any number of things, silver. But what I want to draw your attention to is the fact that he's an extremely genuine person. He really is going out of his way constantly to keep people up to date, keep people up to speed. He's always interviewing smaller channel, smaller podcasters and making sure they get out there. And I was actually very inspired by that. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing. So there is this. And then I also want to show you Sage News. This is a gentleman who I think is just extremely important. If you look at supply chains, you can see that that is a lot of what he does here. Thousands of ships off China's coast vanished. That was put out 3 hours ago from this before the start of this video. Following the journey of a new freight broker. So you can see a lot of it is based around supply chain, and that's what he covers a lot. For those who may be a bit more liberal, if you will, let your politics go and just listen to this guy and hear what he has to say and let the information vet itself. You don't need to worry about who he is, just vet the information. And he does a really good job of bringing it to you, and it's all stuff you can go look up yourself. It's not things he's made up or are hearsay. So I really recommend you get over there to Sage News Network, where he's just crushing it, keeping everybody up to date. And him, Sage, and Ninja often feature together to update people on really important stuff. So between these two, you're going to get a lot of good information. Now let's move on to my personal favorite smaller channel, Nobody Special Finance. I love the watermelon look. If you watch his videos, you are definitely going to get that reference. So here you can see fertilizer prices continue to skyrocket. Elon Musk wanting to screw JP Morgan, and he's just discussing Elon Musk's feud with Jamie Dimon, discussing Biden's nomination for the Fed chair, El Salvador's move into Bitcoin, very interesting, talking to your kid. He just covers a lot of different stuff. I'm very excited by his channel because he just really does a good job. And honestly, I'm really trying to bring these people more into your awareness, bring more people to these channels. So let's go ahead and keep on moving on. But really quick before I do, in fact, I just want to point out a fantastic video you absolutely should watch is this. Meet Saul Omarova, the communist academic who wants to delete your money. I think this is very important to watch or listen to, either which way, because otherwise you're going to be very in the dark on who this is, and you do not want to be. You do not want to be in the dark on who this gal right here, Saul Omarova. Very important that you know who she is. She is a communist academic, and she is going to possibly be put in control of our currency. Let's all pray together that she won't be, but it is possible. And that's why these guys, Economic Ninja, Sage News Network, and Nobody Special Finance, these three guys I just felt were so important to share with you because they're smaller channels. They don't need my help, but I just feel like it's important to share this information. So head over to their channels, give everybody a listen, like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing, so you can get more information. It's always good to have two sides to the story, no matter what side of the coin you fall on, you want to try to get both sides. So now let's go over here to Zero Hedge. I want to talk about Zero Hedge because I do think they have become a little bit mainstream, but at the same time, that might be because finally people are realizing the mainstream isn't doing a very good job. What they do is they just do a fantastic job of getting real and talking about many, many, many different subjects. Here you can see with the VVIX in full yikes mode, negative convexity accelerant flows are now in play. And that's this is the kind of financial jargon right here we're going to break down. I'm going to start saving articles like this, and when I have a guest who knows things about this kind of talk, this kind of jargon, this kind of legalese and financial jargon, we're going to ask them to break that kind of stuff down and get that information to you in the most simplistic way possible, because that's what needs to happen now. Quick note, as we are recording this, who classifies Omicron as a variant of concern? South Africa lashes out at travel restrictions. Oh my. Here we go again. That's all I can say about that. Do your own due diligence. So you can see here that, they really cover a lot of different things. Is this a real crash? Keep an eye on the VIX for answers. Really Black Friday. A terrified Wall Street reacts to the new variant. Here, 5 Senate Democrats say "niet" to Biden's communist treasury nominee. It's almost like he went for a hardcore communist, so that when they get a light core socialist in there later, it won't seem so bad. That's what it seems like. Regardless, you can see all this is just good information, a simple format. They've even got little side reads you can check out. I personally can definitely recommend a couple of these: Mish Talk, Max Kaiser, Liberty Blitzkrieg, Pain and Gains. Let's see who else. There's a lot of those guys are really good. Make sure you pay attention to these three things up here. Will often contain things that that may seem strange at first until you start realizing these are headlines that you might want to pay attention to. So that is Zero Hedge. Fantastic, anonymous. They really do a good job of trying to just talk about stuff in general, just get some discourse out there. All right, the final and fifth source I want to bring your attention to is coldsilver.com, which is run by Mike Maloney and another gentleman who's, I believe, the CEO of the actual bullion side of things. But what I like about them is that they include both originals, their own information, and their own podcast. Mike is just a fantastic educator. In fact, here in a minute, we'll go over his Hidden Secrets of Money series. But you can see the latest Red Friday, stocks suffer worst Black Friday sell-off in 70 years. Debt deflation looming. We don't talk about a collapse to revel in it. We talk about a collapse to prevent it. That is why this channel is called Defcon Economics. It's extremely important we get moving, people. This is the kind of stuff that nobody's talking about, and I don't understand why. And in fact, it's these three guys right here. These three, Economic Ninja, Sage News Network, and Nobody Special Finance, who are bringing you this kind of stuff, along with Zero Hedge and Gold Silver. Between these five resources, if you can't figure out what's going on in the world, you need to slow yourself down and work on your thought process. And that is not meant to be rude. I mean, these guys do just a fantastic job, okay? Okay. All right, everybody. So the last thing I'm going to do with my last 5 minutes is I've got my cat on my desk right now. The last thing I'm going to do is I want to explain what's going to come after this video. So the next video you're going to see on this channel, episode 2, is going to discuss gold and silver buying and why you're going to buy it. I'm going to have plenty of show notes and all the good stuff that I'm going to go over, where we're going to get into this, the weeds of buying gold and silver, what kind is right for you, where to get it, why you should even get it, how to get it, where to store it, all these, wonderful things. But we're going to start with episode 1, just why, how, and where to buy. And on this upcoming 29th of November, I have Chris Marcus of Arcadia Economics coming on this podcast. I'm beyond excited. I cannot wait to just get that guy on here and let him have at it. He's wonderful. I'm really inspired by what he does, and I really think you guys will be as well. And he is what I call the bad boy of the precious metals markets. He doesn't hold back, nor should he. I love what he does. And so I'm very excited to say that Chris Marcus will be coming on and giving us the breakdown, making it simple, people, for you to understand why you need to own gold, but especially silver. I am a silver bug. This whole channel is going to be a lot about silver, gold. We're going to talk about crypto, and we're going to learn about it. This is also going to be about information, people. Information is the least valued commodity on earth, even compared to silver. Information, look at all this. Look at what these people are doing for you. I mean, it just makes me so upset that they are not at the very top of the YouTube food chain. Look at this. Look at all this content. Look at that. Look at this. And you don't even have to agree with everything. You don't have to watch everything. You just look through all of this. I mean, Economic Ninja is an absolute wealth of information, and when he interviews Sage, between the two of them, it's fantastic. And Nobody Special, Jack Gamble, love you, man. You do a fantastic job. Zero Hedge, amazing. Gold, silver, really good job. This is the info you need. So that's what we're going to cover. Precious metals, silver specifically, information. We're going to get fantastic guests. I am not going to stop getting good guests for you on this channel. Great guests, fantastic guests who are going to explain to you what the fuck is going on out there. Pardon my crude language, but what the fuck is going on out there? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get it straightened out for you guys. So with that, I want to say, if you have listened to this, thank you. I implore you to leave a comment, a like, and if you can, subscribe, because there will be more, a lot more coming, people. I am very excited. I have reached out to a number of people. I'm getting different responses back, and I'm very excited because I know I've got a couple of great guests coming up for you guys. So don't miss on November 29th my interview with Chris Marcus of Arcadia Economics. Couldn't be more excited to interview him. Also, as a little teaser, I've got Andy Schechtman of Miles Franklin, just a wonderful human being full of knowledge. He will be coming on this channel as well. And he will be giving, I put together 5 questions for him that I really think are going to help people. And I've always got the same question. And you guys will see what it is. I'm excited. I can't wait. So with all that said, if you've stuck with me all the way through this, thank you. Don't forget Economic Ninja. Get over there. Check it out. Like, subscribe. Sage News Network. Same thing. Like, subscribe, listen. Not necessarily in that order. Nobody Special Finance. Go listen, like, subscribe, please. Zero Hedge. Make this a common part of your reading. You don't need to worry about all the craziness. it's information, people. Treat it as such, okay? And these guys, if you want financial information, this is where to go. And I want you to know that Mike Maloney has done something fantastic. And I'm not going to bring it up in this video. Well, in fact, we'll do a whole separate video now that I think about it. But he has a whole series called Hidden Secrets of Money on his YouTube channel. Get there. Watch it. Do not do anything until you have watched that video. Actually, sorry, 10 videos. The most informational and enthralling videos on finance you have ever seen, I promise you. All right, guys, enough of me gushing, if you will. Enough of me fanboying over my favorite people. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, if you could please leave a comment, a like, a subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to hear. Let me know what you don't want to hear. I just want to say thank you. I'm your host, Devin, of Defcon Economics. And this has been wonderful speaking with you. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.